You are listening to the best in spoken word poetry on the Poets and Poetry radio show.
Today I am joined by my guest, Kay Riley. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Now you're a poet and also you're the creator of #ThatWoman.
Yep.
First off, let's talk about yourself and your poetry. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Well, I'm 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I've been writing since I was a little girl, but more short stories.
Okay.
So as I got older, I realised I couldn't stick to writing a long story, so I just started writing poems instead. And actually it was my friend, Tony Supreme, who actually told me to start a poetry blog because I wasn't going to share my poems at all.
Okay. How long ago was this?
That was 2012.
Okay.
So from there, I've just been posting things on my blog and been getting my stuff out there basically.
Yeah. So what got you into writing?
I've always loved reading.
Yeah.
And I think it's crazy how writers, their mind can just go, I don't know, can just wander off and create a whole book.
The freedom.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't have the attention span to actually sit down and write a book. So I prefer writing like my version of a short story as a poem.
Okay. So what was your first? How would you best describe yourself as an artist and as a person?
As a person?
Yeah, and as an artist, in your own words.
Oh gosh. As a person, I'm driven. As in,
which is very good to be.
Yeah, as soon as I had the vision for that woman, I just, just go. There's no...
Go hard.
Yeah, there's no... but maybe it's like, I know what I want to do and that's it.
Can't be half-hearted.
There you go.
Yeah,
and as a poet, I like to... As a poet, I think I'm very emotional. Because like I said, I can't always say how I feel, so it comes across in my work. And some of my more deeper or more, I don't know, deep poetry or whatever, I haven't released it all yet. Because I feel like there's a time for that will come, but for now I'm just trying to get that woman out there, and then Kay Riley will come out more a bit.
Okay, so how would you describe your poetry?
My poetry is... Oh gosh, you put me in the spot, I don't know. How I describe my poetry. It's... Like I said, I think it's emotional. But not emotional in the sense that you don't want to hear, oh, she's got something to complain about again, or she's just upset. It's not like that. It's emotional in the sense that I'm not afraid to tell people how I feel or share my thoughts and opinions on things. That we've got to get, you just got to get me through my work basically. So yeah.
So that woman is a hashtag which you've created. Why and what is that woman? What does it represent?
Well, if I can sum up 2015 in one word, it will be terrible. Okay. It was a very bad
Is that for
year.
personally, professionally, creatively?
Everything.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, everything that could go bad, possibly, it just went bad. Not just for myself, but for other family members and friends as well. So I think just for a lot of us, it just wasn't great. And I'm a Christian, but I couldn't physically bring myself to pray. Okay. So I'd ask my family members and close friends to pray for me. And it got to a point where I just didn't like who I was becoming in during that time. So I wrote a poem that was kind of like my prayer. Okay. So I wrote a poem, That Woman, at the end of August, and I posted it on my blog in September, and then I realised that I could use it to empower other women, because it was me speaking into existence the woman I want to be. And so I just started messaging friends on WhatsApp, female friends. I started DMing women, like, when they say it goes down in the DMs, it really does, because I was messaging every single female I could come across, whether it's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So the reaction was good to that poem? It was strong, the reaction to that? It really was. Like, that is my most viewed poem to date. And just so many women all over the world have been part of it, because it's, even though I started it off to inspire other women, they've actually inspired me more. For real. Because some of the things they posted, I'm like, oh, I want to be that woman as well. But I've never thought about it until I read their one. And even Keisha from Sugar Babes, she was part of it as well. Oh, for real. So it was nice to see, even because she has a big following, so sometimes you don't think they would actually check their DMs. No. But she did, and she was also part of it, and she thought it was great for me to kind of start something like that. Okay, so why do you think it is important to inspire not only yourself, but inspire and empower others as well, particularly other females? I think with females, we just, like, I think amongst males, brotherhood is much stronger.
Honestly?
I feel like it is.
Yeah?
From my perspective, like,
okay.
it's always, I'm loyal to my boy and blah, 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 blah. But then with girls, there's such a divide. You walk into a club or something and already the girls watching, like, looking you up and down, and I'm just like, why are we like that?
So you'd say sisterhood is not that strong amongst a lot of females?
I don't feel like it's as strong. Or maybe it's because I'm just a female, I'm not part of the brotherhood, so I don't really know how it is. But from my perspective, I just feel like a lot of females, we're not as united as we should be.
Yeah.
And that woman has brought together a lot of women, actually, and it's connected me with a lot of women as well. And I feel like in this day and age where when you go on Instagram, all you see is bad bitches and stuff. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. We'll keep it moving, it's alright.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So all you see is just all these, I don't know, women are meant to look a certain way, act a certain way, all of this stuff, but we're not the same. We're all different. So it's like,
that's true.
Let's just inspire one another to do better, be better, even though we're still individuals.
So how has it helped you, first and foremost?
Well, for me, that woman's a continuous journey. So I don't feel like I'm ever going to become that woman, but I know I'm working towards it. As in, like, when I get to if I have a goal for myself as that woman, when I get there, I'm going to set myself another goal. So it's just a continuous journey. So whenever I look back at my Instagram post or other women's posts on different platforms on social media, it's a reminder to myself to just be better and do better, whether it's professionally, creatively in my writing, or just with building my relationships with family members and friends, just to be a better person all around. Okay,
so you just said that you didn't think that you become that woman. Why would you say that, and would you perceive that woman to be kind of perfect, or?
That woman's definitely not perfect.
Yeah.
Never has been, never will be. When I say I won't become that woman, I mean, like, you should never get comfortable or complacent.
Yeah, that's true.
You should never say, oh, I want it to be more spontaneous. I want to be that woman who's more spontaneous, and so I jumped off a cliff and, I don't know, bungee jumped or something, and that's it, I'm that woman. It's like, okay, once you've done that, can you get on to the next thing now? What's going to challenge you? What's going to stretch you? What's going to cause you to grow, to be a better person? So that's why I feel like when I say I won't become that woman, it's not that I'm not her already, but I mean, for me, it's just continuous. You know, I'm only 24 now, but when I'm 30, I'm still going to want to become that woman, and 50 and so on. And
Hashtag that woman. What does the future hold for not only yourself, but that woman as well?
I feel like that woman is bigger than just a poem, and it's bigger than just me. I didn't realise the hashtag would kind of take off the way it has. So I've done a few YouTube episodes, and I have some more coming out. Still more poetry, more performing. The whole aim of that woman is to also empower that girl who will one day become that woman. So to start a mentorship program.
For young females?
Pardon?
For young females?
For young females.
Okay.
I've also, I've had my first That Woman event, which was based on the mind, body and soul back in March, and how it's important for that woman to take care of herself. Yeah. And I've got another event coming up soon, in September. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep working on events and making sure that we're focusing on areas and issues that women want to get help and advice about from people who are professionals in the field as well. Okay, so when can people expect more videos? I've got a video coming out, I think it should be this week, based on alopecia actually. Yeah. So that woman has suffered from alopecia, but it's something that's real. So very true. I've got that coming out, and I've got more videos, you know, about me, about my brothers, because some people have asked me, what about that man? Yeah. And I'm like, well, is that man coming? That man is coming in the sense of he's, you know, that man that's my brother. So my brothers will be in a video with me, because I'm the only girl in my family. Yeah. So. And you know, just different. And what was that like, growing up as the only girl in your family? Was that good, bad, indifferent? When I was younger, I was more of a tomboy. Yeah. So I didn't know how to be a girl. Yeah. And then as I've gotten older, they've become more protective, and they're even more protective now. So like I said, the whole poem I wrote about my king, they're like, well, the next guy that comes into your life, and if he doesn't fit the criteria, you know, he's naturally very protective. Shut off from now, you know, from the beginning. And yeah, it's been great growing up with brothers. I wouldn't have had it any other way. I'm happy, like, even though I haven't got any biological sisters, my sister-in-laws and my closest friends and my cousins have been my sisters, basically. That sisterhood? So, yeah. Okay. So you mentioned briefly the show. When can people find out more details about that, your show in September? I should be releasing more details within the next couple of weeks. So hopefully by mid-August latest.
Okay.
I'm still working on some final details.
So for people who didn't go to your previous show, what can people expect from the show?
This is going to be totally different from the last one. So the first one was more of a conference. It was more of a networking type of vibe. It was a whole day conference thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, we the aim is to raise awareness and money for a rape crisis South London. So I know a lot of women that have been sexually abused, and the rates and the rate of rape, I guess, in South London is quite high. And I know
for real?
I know a lot of females that have been from South London that have been sexually abused as children. So I want to raise money and awareness to kind of let people, just kind of educate people on how close to home it can be, because a lot of people don't know things that are going on in their own home. But if you know the signs to look out for, maybe you can because young girls are not always going to say, you know, so maybe it will be nice, or will be good for you to learn, or for people to learn, you know, how the signs to look out for if a younger sibling or cousin or whatever,
the signs
or female,
of abuse, basically.
Is being abused. And I feel like it's something that, just like mental health, people don't like to talk about it because it's just it's a taboo. It's not nice. You don't want to think about it.
Taboo. Okay.
But it's a really big issue.
Where can people find out more about you, and what are the links to your work, your website, your Twitter, your YouTube?
So on YouTube it's That Woman. So just type in hashtag That Woman, and the episodes will come up. On Instagram, I have an Instagram page for That Woman, which is called That Woman Is You. My own personal Instagram with my poetry is K Riley, KAYRILEY, and check out the hashtag That Woman on Twitter as well. And there's also a Facebook page, same as the Instagram page. That Woman Is You. Okay.
So final question: in 10 years' time,
oh gosh,
where would you want to be? Where would K Riley want to be as a person?
Oh, I'd like to be on a private island somewhere away from everyone. No, where would I like to be? I'd like to start a mentorship program for young girls who will one day become that woman. I'd like to do more public speaking, more poetry. As a person, I'd like to also move up in my career, as I am a teacher, so I'll probably be up, you know, just in a higher position. And just creatively, I want people all over the world to know who K Riley is, as in my poetry. I want people to know that there's a poem for them that they can relate to. Okay.
Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
This is the Poets and Poetry Radio Show, every Monday on Power Extra.